Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and this is my performance review of the UA Spawn 3. So this shoe is going for $100, so very cheap. You know, it's basically a budget shoe. So if you guys do want to cop, I'll leave a link in the description box. But let's get it started off with the Tracciones, and in this colorway we have a gum outsole with some like X's, and we got a little bit of dark green and a little bit of like infrared, I would say. So how's the traction? Traction is freaking phenomenal, guys. It's really consistent, has a very good stop, really hard stop actually, and I had no issues at all on an outdoor court, and it seems really good on my wood floors. It's just like, it kind of sucks that it's not squeaky though. You know, there's really no squeak to the shoe, but other than that, it's a really good, you know, outsole for performance. And also another thing that I didn't mention in the first impressions, which I pretty much found out when I was playing it, it has a little bit of an outsole curvature, guys. If you guys see, the outsole comes up a lot here on the medial side. So if you're doing like crossovers and stuff like that, and you do this type of movement a lot while doing that, then you're good to go. You have the rubber outsole coming up a lot for extra added grip. And you have, it curves up a little bit here like Kyrie's. It's a lot mellower than Kyrie's, you know, especially like the original Kyrie, like the Kyrie 2, the Kyrie 3, these shoes that had the original outsole curvature. But it's still really nice, and I appreciate that that they added that here in the Spawn 3. As far as the durability goes, the durability seems okay. You know, I wouldn't say it's the best. Like out of 5, I would say probably like 3. The rubber is quite soft, and it is ripping off a good amount. Especially where the X's are, you know, like where the ball of my foot is. That's a high wear area. So if you're gonna be playing outdoors, you should be okay, but it's not gonna last the longest time. If you're gonna play indoors, you should be fine. As far as the heel to toe transition goes, it's super smooth. I mean, it's you guys see the shape of this outsole. It's literally a U shape. So here in the heel, we have a very nice curve shape. It comes all the way up here into the heel, so that feels nice, and there is a lot of heel compression. So it feels very smooth when you like heel strike a little bit, and then, you know, when you're doing heel dominant strides running down the court, it feels very smooth here in the heel. And then here in the forefoot, you have a nice curve shape as well. So when you put a little bit of weight here in the toe, it just wants to propel you forward, and you have a lot of forefoot flex. So it's just really smooth for heel to toe transition. I really liked it. And the heel to toe transition is not the only thing that I absolutely love. The next thing that I absolutely love is the cushion, and that's my favorite part about this shoe. It's using full length micro G, and it's nice, guys. It's freaking nice, right? So it's quite thin, I would say. So it's like low to the ground. You feel low to the ground. On like really hard impacts, you feel the ground a little bit. You know, you feel the compression, and it hurts a little bit. I wouldn't say it's like bad or anything, but I feel like impact protection for hard impacts could be a little bit better, but it was good for me. And then just like the step in comfort, you know, the underfoot cushioning, it's really nice. I don't know what they did differently here in the Spawn 3s, but like you feel the cushion right underneath your foot. It's soft. There's a nice firm bounce to it, and just it has a nice, like, it kind of feels like React, but like definitely not as bouncy, and I really like how it feels. So that you get that underfoot cushion, especially here in the forefoot and here in the heel. It kind of sucks that the outsole is caging a lot of the midsole. Like if you guys see here, it's caging, so you don't really feel the actual midsole compressing that much. But I guess that's a good thing, because if they had to keep the micro G soft, you don't want to like feel unstable, which we'll get into. But the overall cushioning setup is super nice, comfortable, soft, has a nice firm bounce throughout this entire footbed. Impact protection is good besides on like hard impacts. You're kind of just like hopping around, you know what I'm saying? You should be fine. But if you're doing like really hard impacts from like, I don't know, I guess if you have like a very high vert, then you should kind of watch out for that. But other than that, it's a great cushioning setup. All right, moving on to the materials. The materials are okay, I would say. I mean, on foot, it gets a job done, and I like how it feels on foot. You know, it's really thin. It looks very similar and feels very similar to the Embiid ones. We have a good amount of fuse here in the toe box, and we have fuse surrounding the eyelets for extra added durability. So yeah, I mean, like in hand, it feels a little cheap and like kind of flimsy and all that. And looking at it, it definitely doesn't look like the most premium materials, but on foot, it gets the job done. I really can't believe how thin this material is. So that's a good thing. Here for the tongue, we have a good amount of padding, which makes the shoe feel overall very, very cozy and comfortable. And then here in the ankle area, there's actually like no padding. It's very, very minimal padding. So this upper feels very minimal and lightweight. All right, as far as the fit goes, I went true to size and it fits me pretty damn well, you know. So lengthwise, true to size, you should be good. Here for the toe box, this material does stretch out a little bit, you know, especially when you break it in. So just watch out for that. But it's not like super snug, you know, like I can curl my toes in it, but it's not to the point where like there's just so much dead space that it's super uncomfortable. So if you like a little bit more of a roomier fit, then that's good for you. But if you like a really, really snug fit, then this probably isn't the best fit for you. Width-wise, I would say it's slightly narrow. You know, you definitely feel like this part of the cushion, as you guys can see, right, like right here, it's kind of like squeezing my midfoot just a little bit. It doesn't hurt or anything. It's not uncomfortable. I just feel it squeezing just a tiny bit. So just watch out for that, especially if you have a wider foot. But for me, the fit was great. And I also really like how easy this shoe is to put on. You know, you have a high heel tab, the tongue opens up a lot, so it's just super convenient to put on the shoe. All right, for support and lockdown, I had no issues. You know, for lateral containment, as you guys can see, the outsole and the midsole come up a lot here in the forefoot, here in the midfoot, and as well as here in the heel. And we have an internal TPU heel counter, so lateral containment, I was good. Lateral stability though, on the other hand, was not the best, right? So as you guys can see here in the forefoot on the lateral side is super wide, so that's good, right? But here in the heel, you guys see this like U shape here, especially here on the lateral side. So when I would like go like this and kind of like put my weight a little bit here, it felt a little unstable. So I wish this was a little bit more squared off and not as curved, you know. But you know, I never rolled my ankle, and this part right here is fairly flat and very, very wide, so I didn't really have any issues with, or like bad issues with, lateral instability. I'm just saying that it felt a little unstable here in the heel. So just watch out for that. But to me, it's just a little minor thing that I feel like I needed to report to you guys. All right, moving on to the weight of the shoe. I feel like this shoe is going to be super light, maybe like 10, 11 ounces. 11.22 ounces. So the average weight of my shoes is 12.5 ounces. So yeah, it's a pretty damn light shoe. Does it feel light? Yes, it feels very, very light and very minimal, especially this upper. I cannot believe how like thin this upper is. It does feel a little bottom heavy, but that's okay. And it's a really, really responsive shoe. Like I said, the traction is really good, cushion is responsive, it's supportive, and the fit is good. So my foot isn't like moving anywhere inside the shoe. Lockdown was good and all that. So yeah, you feel very quick and light on your feet when you're playing this. All right, moving on to the ventilation. This mesh material actually allows for a little bit of airflow, and also this material, like I keep saying, is really, really thin. So ventilation is really good. Your feet are gonna be cool when you're playing the shoe. And as far as the aesthetics go, I like it. I actually genuinely like it. The original Spawn and then the Spawn 2, didn't really like all too much, but the 3, I feel like they did a great job, especially this colorway. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, guys. Okay, so the UA Spawn 3 for $100. Get it. Get it. This shoe is freaking phenomenal. It's amazing. The only two, I can think of only 2 things that I kind of didn't like. It's just very, very minor things. One thing, you know, like was this part. No, it's a little unstable here in the heel. And then the traction not being like as durable as I would like, but that's only for outdoor use. So that's not really even a big thing, you know? So everything about this shoe I absolutely love. The cushion is really, really nice. Traction was phenomenal, and it has that added outsole curvature, you know? Materials are super thin, very lightweight feeling shoe as well. There's really nothing that's bad about this shoe, and it's up there, guys. It's going to be in my rotation. It's going to be in my rotation pretty damn heavily, and I was very surprised. You know, I don't think I like it as much as like my main go-to 3 shoes, like the Puma Clyde Pro, the KD13, and the Curry 8, but it's a little below that, you know, and it's a Spawn 3. So yeah, whatever position you play and whatever play style you have, whatever weight you are, how small or big you are, I feel like this shoe covers all of that. So yeah, it's a phenomenal performer, very, very nice shoe to play in. and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, if you guys want to cop, again, I'll leave a link in the description box. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.